Do they tend to be friendly or reserved with strangers? When it comes to interacting with strangers, people's behavior can vary greatly depending on their cultural background, upbringing, and personal preferences. Some individuals are naturally friendly and open towards strangers, while others tend to be more reserved and cautious. In this video, we will explore the factors that influence these tendencies and discuss the cultural differences that can shape people's behavior towards strangers. Before delving into the cultural aspects, it is important to note that personality traits also play a significant role in how individuals interact with strangers. Extroverted individuals, for instance, are generally more outgoing and find it easier to initiate conversations with people they don't know. On the other hand, introverted individuals may feel more comfortable keeping to themselves and may take longer to warm up to strangers. That being said, culture influences our behavior in ways we may not even realize. In some cultures, such as those in Latin America and the Middle East, being friendly and warm towards strangers is deeply ingrained in societal norms. These cultures value hospitality and often make an effort to make strangers feel welcomed and comfortable. It is not uncommon for strangers to strike up conversations with each other, share personal stories, and even invite one another to their homes for a meal or a cup of tea. On the other end of the spectrum, there are cultures where people tend to be more reserved and cautious when interacting with strangers. In countries like Japan, for example, personal space is highly regarded, and people are less inclined to engage in small talk or open up to someone they don't know well. This doesn't mean that Japanese people are unfriendly or unapproachable. It simply reflects the cultural norms and the importance placed on privacy and respect for personal boundaries. It is important to note that these cultural tendencies are not absolute and can vary among individuals within the same culture. Although there may be an overall cultural inclination towards friendliness or reserve with strangers, individuals within a culture can still exhibit a wide range of behaviors based on their own personality and upbringing. Another important factor to consider is the context in which interactions with strangers take place. Some social settings, such as parties or networking events, encourage people to be more outgoing and open to meeting new people. In these situations, even individuals who are generally reserved may feel more inclined to engage in conversations and establish connections with strangers. In contrast, certain circumstances may prompt individuals to be more cautious and reserved, regardless of their cultural background. For instance, in areas where safety is a concern, people may be more guarded and less willing to engage with strangers. Similarly, experiences with negative encounters or personal traumas can also make individuals more hesitant to trust and open up to strangers. In conclusion, people's tendencies towards friendliness or reserve with strangers are influenced by a combination of factors, including personality traits, cultural norms, and personal experiences. While some cultures may emphasize hospitality and encourage openness towards strangers, others may place more value on personal boundaries and privacy. It is important to remember that these tendencies are not absolute and can vary among individuals within a culture. Ultimately, how we interact with strangers is a complex interplay of various factors, and understanding and respecting cultural differences can greatly contribute to positive and meaningful social interactions.